Hello everyone, welcome to the walkthrough video of week 4, problem 5.4, poker. If you like poker, this is a good practice for you to do some counting. If you are not familiar with poker, let me first remind you. So in poker, we have 5 cards. Maybe at first I need to explain the different cards in poker. There are 52 cards in total, in which we have 4 suit, which is spade, heart, diamond, and club. And then we have 13 ranks, which is ace, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the king. So there are 13 ranks. So in total, we have 4 times 13, which is 52 cards. And from the 52 cards, we need to deal 5 cards. This can be any kind of cards, and for those 5 cards we dealt, there can be different values of it, in which we'll explain each of them in each sub-question. For example, there can be a pair, 4 of a kind, and you will get familiar with all of the patterns in these 5 cards in this walkthrough video. So let's first deal with part A. How many ways can we have a hand with exactly one pair? Which means that we have AA, B, C, D. For me, for this kind of problem, a common way is to first deal with the rank, then deal with the exact card, which is the suit. For example, we need to have exactly one rank. We need to have exactly one pair, but this pair can be in any rank. So that is why we have 13, which is the rank of pair. Because we want to have exactly one pair, which means that the other 3 cards have to be in different rank. Otherwise, it may be 2 pairs or even a full house or maybe a 3 of a kind, which is what we don't like. So that's why the other 3 has to be B, C, D. So for the following 3 cards, we need to choose 3 ranks from the remaining 12 ranks. So this is the ranks of remaining. And then, like right now, we have dealt with the ranks. So right now, for our A, B, C, D, their ranks are fixed. Then let's deal with the exact card. For this pair, because there are 4 cards in the same rank, which is the 4 suit, so we need to choose 2 cards from the 4 cards, which is the pair. And then for the remaining 3, there are 4 cards of each rank. So we can just like freely choose any card in these 3 ranks. So that's why we have 4 to the 3. So for the remaining 3. And then right now all of our 5 cards are fixed. So this gives us our final answer, which is the product. Now let's deal with part B. How many ways can we have a hand with 4 of a kind? Which means that AAAAB. We still go through the same procedure. But first, for this 4 of a kind, we can just choose any rank. So this is just 13. Rank of 4. And because there's only 4 cards of the same rank, so the other card has to be in different rank. So we have 12 ranks remaining, so which is 12, rank of 1. And then for this remaining card, it can be any card in this rank, which are 4 cards. So we times 4. And this gives us our final answer. And this also shows you why 4 of a kind is much valuable than a pair in poker, because it is much harder to get. Now let's go through part C. How many ways can we have a straight? A straight is 5 consecutive cards that do not all necessarily have the same suit. Aces can be high or low, but straight cannot wrap around. What this means is that for straight, we can have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like even though ace is the highest card, it can still be used as the low. But we can also have 10, jack, queen, king, ace. This is also allowed. But what we cannot have is, let's say, k, ace, 2, 3, 4. This is not a straight. So that is what this means. It cannot be wrapped around. So let's consider the starting point of this straight, because once you determine the starting point, then all of the ranks are just determined. We start from ace and we go to 10. So we have 10 possible choices in total. Rank of start. And then like once all of the ranks are determined, we have to choose the exact card. But because a straight does not require all of the cards to be the same suit, so they can be just like any cards. So that's why we times 4 to the 5 to just like choose any of the cards in the 5 ranks. So this gives us a final answer, 10 times 4 to the 5. Let's go to part D. How many ways can we have a hand of all of the same suit? So because they need to be the same suit, so we first need to choose a suit. There are 4 choices. And then for the 13 cards in the suit, they can just be any cards. So we just like choose 5 cards in the 13 cards, which is 13 choose 5. Yeah, this is quite straightforward. And then for the final question, how many ways can we have a straight flush? Which means that we have a consecutive rank card hand of the same suit. For example, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of spades. So this is actually the strictest requirement in poker. We need to be the same suit. There are 4 choices. But we also require it to be a straight. As discussed in part C, there are 10 choices for the straight, for the starting point of straight, yeah, which is also the choice of all of the ranks of the 5 cards. So we just times it by 10. So our final answer is 40. So this also tells you why the straight flush is the most valuable kind of hand in poker, because of all of the possible choices, which is like, you can see all of the possible choices is 52 choose 5, right? You can calculate it, it's really large, but there's only 40 possible arrangement that gives you a straight flush. So straight flush is really valuable and hard to get, yeah. And this is all for problem 5.4.